Hello. Okay, can y'all hear me? For some reason, my thing just said it's muted. Hey, Shay, hey. Okay, I don't know why this. Let's just do this. Thank you, Shay. Then I got it playing in my ear too, so I can hear. That is too funny. Okay, I'm about to pull up my comments. See who's in these comments. Thank you for being here. So, Shay, this so funny because the topic for tonight is talking about personal development, and I had just wanted to share just some things that I have been reading up on and some things that I just wanted to go over. Um, like when you hear the word personal development, like what's the first thing that comes to mind, or what's the first thing that register in your head when you think of personal development? Because I know, like for some people, personal development can be anything. It can be working on themselves for work. A lot of people have career jobs, so they'll go to personal development to help them with work, with a skill, or to give more insight on how to communicate within their workforce. Or if they are a business owner, then they will go to seminars to help them get in front of other clients, other uh, business ventures where they may go to like women's conference, church conference. They may even attend like SBA be having conference. Yeah, it's definitely like working on yourself. So personal development is basically just you keeping yourself sharp. Like I always tell people, I'm a lifetime learner. I honestly picked it up from reading a book. Be open to learn every day. If you're not learning something every day, then at some point you're just kind of settling with life. And when you start settling with life, things start flying by you that you just not even really, I'm not going to say aware of, but you just kind of like lose tune of life because you're not learning anything. You're not, developing certain skills. Um, you pretty much just gave up on yourself. Me personally, that's how I feel. I feel like if you're not learning something new, whether if it's with your job or with yourself or a skill or better active things, like some people learn how to cook, some people learn how to cook healthier meals, some people learn to exercise properly. Because I'll be honest with you, before I started working out, I stretch, but I would not stretch like a long period of time. But then I started following somebody that was talking about stretching, and she literally stretched for like 20 minutes. And I did that, and then when I worked out, I did not hurt. I took a shower, I took a bath, or whatever, and I had no pain, like none whatsoever. Because that stretching that she was teaching, the method that she was teaching about stretching your limbs and the flow of the oxygen in your blood and stuff, it helps. So that was like one of the great things that I did love about that because like I said, that was me working on me. It was something personal, so it's like a development. And then setting goals. I cannot say this enough. I talked about it so much in November. I talked about a lot in December because we had my vision board party. Setting goals is just something that I feel everyone should start doing, of course, a period of their time with life. If you have kids, if you have a husband or a wife, or you have like something that you're trying to really get to, set a goal. Setting goals can be something as small as, oh, I want to save $1,000 this year, or I need to make a vision board. Shay, get on Canva and make you one. Get on Canva, make you a vision board. Then that way you can print it out, have it on your phone. You can save it on your phone. You can print it out, put it in a spot that you see every day. Because the thing I love about vision boards that people don't give a lot of credit to, have y'all ever like went somewhere, doctor's appointment, because everybody go to those. Let's say you go to the doctor's appointment. You leave in the morning and you're on your way to the doctor's appointment, and you notice that you didn't eat this morning. So now you're thinking about food. You're like, oh my God, I hope they don't keep me in this appointment long because I'm hungry. So the first thing you're thinking about is you hungry. Now on your way there, you pass a billboard talking about a McGriddle. Okay? Then you listening to the radio and they start talking dun 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 McDonald's. So now you done heard McDonald's twice. Then you're constantly driving and you pass a McDonald's. So now you done saw it, heard it 3 times. You saw the billboard twice. You saw a billboard, you saw McDonald's, and then you heard it. That was 3 touches. In business, if you see something 3 to 5 times competitively over and over again, now your mind has said, I'm going to eat at McDonald's when I leave the doctor's office. And even if you leave the doctor's office in the afternoon, you're still going to go because it was McDonald's that registered, not the McGriddle. So that's the thing that I love about advertising. Advertisement really just make you change your mind, because if it's something that you can get in front of people over and over and over and over and over again, now they want to see what it's about. Food works like that. An insurance person talking about insurance work like that. Just anything that you see and you talk about, and then you start hearing the benefits of it. Now you want to see how those benefits can apply to you in your life. So that's what I love about a vision board. Then the second part of this is building positive habits. You know, we living in a world today where it's easy to be negative about everything, but it's hard to be positive about a lot. Yes, ma'am.
I guess a bug.
Okay, well, go kill it.
No.
What's in a pawpaw?
No. It's just honey.
Okay.
Go kill it. Wait.
No.
It's baby tail.
Okay, go tell Papa. So, building a positive habit is really big. I remember back in my days when I would meet new people and they really wasn't familiar with me. And I've even had one young lady, she sticks out every time I think about this. She always say, oh, Tracy, you're so positive. She's like, you're just like a little life coach. You're just so positive. And I told her, I said, you know, like how they say it take you more muscles to smile, to frown than they do to smile. That's the same analogy that I have as far as negative behavior and positive behavior, whether you practice it every day or not. What in the Draco is going on? What do you mean? What happened, Shay? What I missed? But yes, ma'am.
Bug's gone.
Okay. Probably wasn't even a bug.
Bug like his friend.
Okay, Lariah. Tell Papa.
Yeah.
he can fix it. But yeah, so like the positive habits on things, I really try to focus on a positive, because when you surround yourself about what Raya said, girl, that y'all right there. I try to surround myself around like a lot of positive things. I used to even practice, even at work. When I worked a 9 to 5, I would practice at work for every negative thing I would think of something positive that will overcome the negative. So, say for example, if we had a loan that was going south and they were like, well, they're not going to get approved anyway, so I don't even know why we're wasting our time. I would tell the group, you know, the people. First off, the clients are not approved until not approved, right? I'm gonna work just as hard on any file, anytime, the same way if it was somebody that was clean as slate, because there's always something that been missed, overseen, and I honestly can say this. I have worked with some great loan officers that even from the ones that was easygoing to the ones that were fighters, it taught me a valuable lesson. It taught me to not judge a situation too quickly, because then the outcome can be totally different than what you judged it. So I guess you have to be in a certain situation or be in an environment where you have to constantly overturn negative thoughts, negative comments, and if you're in corporate America, y'all can vouch for this. And I think it's a really good tactic to hold on to, or to learn how to be more positive. Because when somebody is throwing something negative at you and you throw something positive at them, they can't come back and be rude. I mean, how can you be rude to somebody that is literally being positive and smiling at you? Like, you can't be rude to that person. I mean, you can, but it's not going to affect you. And then if you're in a room, like physically in a room with other shared people, that's how everybody's eyes going to start turning on you, because they're like, your whole aura and energy and your whole personality just came in with a bad attitude. No, go back in the room. So, that's what I feel about number 2, building positive habits. So just get in the habit of just being positive. If you're a person that you're used to socializing all the time, sometimes you have to be alone and collect yourself by reading more books. And that's kind of what I'm doing like right now, because I signed up for a challenge. Well, actually, I did. I signed up for $1 million expert challenge that was a few days, and then after that, we had a 30-day challenge. So in that course of time, I'm using what I learned, and I'm saturating the information into my head and into my soul, and I'm reading more scriptures. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading more scriptures that is going to absorb into my brain as far as what God promised me. Because I'm not working on anybody but me. So then that goes to number 3 as far as self-reflecting. I think a lot of people sometimes start doing self-reflection when they either go through a bad breakup, or they get fired from a job, or just, it seems like you have to do that when things are going bad. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. It seems like, okay, go back in the living room, Lorraine. But you can do those things when things are going well in your life. Like when things are good and you want to continue to refreshing your soul and refreshing your mind. I mean, I know a lot of us went to Bible study. I know a lot of us probably attended church. There are some quotes you probably can say just off the top of your head, and there are some quotes that you know what it means, you know how to find it. But when you actually like a book, there are movies and books that I could tell you about that I've read over and over and over again. But every time I will read it, depending on the journey that I'm on, I find something new. I find something new in that book, depending on the journey that I'm on. And it's the same book with the same pages and the same person reading it. but our experiences shows us different pinpoints in those books that is more valuable in the journey that you are on at this period of your life. So that's what I love about self-reflection. I mean, you can only do this with yourself, and if you're not committed to work on yourself, then I don't really know how to, persuade you or ask you to do it. If you've never done it, I would say give it a try. Even if it's just 10 days, 7 days, 2 weekends straight, you are going to learn something new about yourself. Like, you're going to learn something new. Real talk. And then the fourth key point that I wanted to touch on was be a continuous learner. I kind of hyped on this in the beginning, but I will always tell people, put yourself in an environment where you're always learning something new. And let it be something that you can actually benefit from. So, like, when I say be a continuous learner, I'm not going to go out here and read about how to be a rapper. I don't have any desires of being a rapper. So, I'm probably most likely not going to read anything about a rapper. But because I like learning stuff. Hey, Kiki. How you doing? Thank you for being in the room. So, because I want to talk about credit, I want to talk about money, I want to talk about investments, I want to talk about insurance. Those are the things that I'm going to continue to learn and continue to saturate in my head and my soul as far as information. Like, I love when I sign up for a new book, or like I have an app. Matter of fact, I got 2 apps, and I probably need to unsubscribe to one. But I love when you first get on there, it asks you what are the things that you're interested in. Do you want drama, fiction, business, documentary? Like, you tell it what you want, and then it comes to you. I mean, Google is so advanced that you can go on Google and say that you want to learn about something, and you just put it in your mind. You write it down that that's what you want to learn, and it will show you step by step what you can do or what you can read to be able to be fluent as far as learning and conversation wise, where you can converse with the next person about the topic because you are being a continuous learner. And then the next one that I want to talk about is overcoming challenges. Now, this one is fairly new for me. Even though in life I have come over several challenges. I mean, if you have kids, you are always coming over a challenge. It could be Google is my best friend. Okay, Shay, Google is my best friend too. But in life, you overcome a lot of challenges. I mean, you come over challenges with your health, your finances, with your spouse, with your kids, with your work, with your friends. But, overcoming challenges, I want to go a little deeper than just the outer circle stuff. Like, for me, I have a nonprofit, I have a business, and now I have a new business that I just started last year. The business that I started last year is catered to more of public speaking opportunities where I can talk to the youth about financial stuff. Now, the first challenge that I did for this is I started going to events where people were offering opportunities. So the very first event that I went to in my hometown was a woman's event that I went to, and I was able to snag a contract with Alcorn State University with the Women's Business Center, and I train about business. But it was that opportunity that opened up the doors, because before then, working in real estate, I was able to go to first-time home buyers events, speak in a room, talk about topics as far as being a processor, what I have seen, what I've heard, what are a few things that I can point out from a lender's point of view, and what underwriters like, what the lender, which was my preferred lender, what we like, as far as our guidelines. Just a general rundown of how the experience can go for a person that is wanting to purchase a home. So being able to actually paint a picture and catch an audience, I have had opportunities where I was able to do that successfully, but it was with a 9 to 5 attached to it. Now stepping out on my own with my business, I don't have that shadow of saying this company is sponsoring Tracy to speak about her process and experience to help first-time home buyers purchase a home. My challenge now is me just going to a place and telling them how I can benefit speaking at their event to help the next person either purchase a home, budget, or anything of that nature. That's really something that should be available to most future homeowners. Talking about first-time home buyer seminars. My my former company, the realtors that were bringing in business, they all would get together and would, strategize on a calendar about coming to this church or going to that church. Hey, Kendra. They would strategize about going to these different churches or different organizations that had places where people could sit at to talk about first-time home buyers experience. That's where I come to play in, because even though the loan officer is the one that's putting the book of business together and they're running and telling you like what's going on, they also wanted to have a processor in the room that will shine the light on when a loan is approved and the underwriter is coming back to you, what are some touch points that they're asking for. So I used to be very transparent as far as how the experience could go for the individual, as long as, it was just general information, because again, every scenario is different. But I will say this, I used to make people or try to stress in the first time homebuyer seminar, you're going to have to trust me. And we had to build a quick relationship, because you're trying to buy a house within 28 days and I'm trying to get you closed within 28 days to buy your house. So when I call you, if you cannot talk, say you cannot talk, and then that way we can schedule a better time so I can get these documents from you to give it to my underwriter so we can get your loan closer to closing. So we had, it was that transparent moment where if, when I call you, as soon as I get your file, hi, my name is Tracy. I'm with so-and-so. I'm your processor. I'm assigned to your file. Your file has been assigned to me. I have reviewed it. I need X, Y, and Z. Do you have 15 minutes to go over the documents? They will either say yes or no. And if they say yes, we will go over it. I will tell them you do not have to remember what I am discussing with you, because I'm going to send you an email right after our conversation, just so that you will have a visual of everything that we're speaking of. If you have any questions, please speak up now, or feel free that you can always call me back tomorrow, because depending on the time, I used to normally call a lot of people in the afternoon because they were getting ready to get off of work, and our office would close at 5. So I would tell them, a rundown, like just keeping them in an open communication. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Having an open communication of what's taking place, what I need from them, who I am, how I'm trying to, help them, and so on and so on. Thank you, Jay Boy. You're very knowledgeable and very helpful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, Janelle. Thank you so much for coming in, boo. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that as well. So I didn't mean to ignore anybody. Hey, Kendra. Good evening, honey. Thank you for being here. Okay. I just wanted to go back in the comments and make sure I addressed any questions or concerns. But most definitely, like I even said in the future, that I will get back to giving some more experiences or basically talking about it, because one thing for sure, it don't matter which lending company you go to, we're pretty much all have some of the same guidelines, just like the pool of rates. I cannot stress to you or anyone else that if you go to this lender and this lender and this lender, it is not going to be driven off of rates. It's going to be driven off of how much they charge and what they can offer you and how they promise and can deliver. Because we all go off this same pool of rates. And I'm a processor, so I really can't discuss rates. But I will say this. As a processor, I can tell you that when it comes down to rates, those are going to be for individuals that are not, Lariah, stop pulling on it. It's going to be for individuals that are not trying to utilize first-time home buyer funds, because they have a whole different set of rates, because it's attached to other fees and stuff. But that's when the loan offers come to play to help you, because they want to know what's more important to you. Is the rate more important or your down payment? Is one or the other. Is one or the other. And if you can find you a loan officer that is very educated and very willing to educate you, because I'm not going to say they're not educated. If they have their license, they pretty much are educated. But are they educated enough to educate you in the process? Those are the way you pick a loan officer. You pick a loan officer that is treating you like they're educating you and you're worth the education that they're giving. You're taking it in. You have a clear understanding. That's how I would pick a loan officer if I was in the market looking for a house. And then I would, research the company, or, find out like how many loans do they probably have done, or how many loans this loan officer. Most of the time, a lot of companies, if they are a lending company, then they don't have leads, like they don't get lead generation. But if you go to a bank, some banks have loan officers that are just driven off of leads, and they are salary, so they could care less if you come or go. Not trying to say that they don't care, but they could care less. A loan officer that is commissioned and is very knowledgeable as far as educating you, that is somebody that I feel that you should stick with. So that's why I love the overcoming challenges in this part of the conversation, because in my industry, I have had to overcome a lot of challenges. But right now, one of the challenges that I'm overcoming with being a business owner is not just so much positioning myself to network with other business owners, because I did networking last year. And I did networking the beginning of this year. And my account is still, don't get me wrong, I'm making money. But I want to start making thousands. I want to start making more thousands and less conversations. And I understand you got to crawl before you walk. So that's why I reached out, Lariah. That's why I reached out to do this millionaire. Lariah, go back up front, please. That's why I reached out to do this millionaire dollar expert, because every woman that spoke in this 3-day program, as far as talking to us, and I'm saying us, I'm talking about the people that signed up and the people that were in the room or in the group, they have either made $1 million or more. They're not here. They're there. And that was very therapeutic for me to be like, okay, I have entered into a room that I feel that God sent me to for a personal development, to be able to grow my business, because I have endlessly listened to E. I've listened to another guy named Mark. I follow this lady named Leah. Like I have so many people that I can honestly say I signed up for some of their packages. You know, some of the ones that I could afford, and use and utilize some of the tools that they were giving. And some of it worked for me, or some of it I feel like didn't work for me. Maybe I didn't work it properly because I didn't go to the $1,000 event. But the $1,000 event was not where I could afford to just go and pay $1,000 and then have to travel there. So we're talking about travel and hotel and food for $1,000 event. Now I'm not saying in the near future I will never do it, but when a lot of those were introduced to me, I was not able to do it. So now that I found one that was in my budget, and even, I'm going to be honest with you, it really wasn't even in my budget. But God said go. So I put myself in position to say, okay, what have I done to grow my business? What have I done to get improvement? What have I done to show development? Nothing. Like, after the second day, when Pastor Sean Strickland said, you busy doing nothing, I felt that in my soul. Because I get on here, I talk about my business, I give out information about how to grow your business, I show individuals how to grow and to get their business to the next level. Because a lot of people, have a business. They go out there, they print out the paperwork with the Secretary of State. They like, "Ooh, I got my business license," and then the next thing that they do, you said something then, sister. And then the next thing they do is they have products and then they trying to sell it. And I'm not bashing anybody on this platform because I know some things could come off negatively. But one of the key things, if I could tell every business owner, one of the key things that I would tell every business owner on this platform, if you're excelling something, whether if it's a special, whether if it's for 2 days, for the month of February because it's Valentine's coming up, put your prices. List your prices. If you don't have a price sheet, put the post there and say how much it is. So you can alleviate from people having to ask you how much, how to pay, where to pay, and how to get it. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was working a 9 to 5 and I could go to any store to get the same thing that you're doing, because this is kind of like how my mindset was. I'm not finna chase you to spend my money. Target, I choose to go to Target. Target don't come to me. So if you want to sell your products and you want customers to come to you for your gift, for your purpose, don't have us chasing you. I have talked to countless individuals that have strayed away from buying stuff from people because they don't know how much it costs, or you gotta, DM me. If it wasn't for like the DMs, how would you sell yourself? Are you really going to the farmer's market and saying, "Oh no, ma'am, send me a message and I'll tell you how much that soap costs"? Oh, you want this one right here? Well, text me. Text this number and I'm gonna tell you how much the soap, the bath spray, and the linen costs. No, you gonna tell them right there in front of you. Oh, that's $5. this is $6. This is 10. And then you're hoping that they're going to buy from you. Or you have it on the table that has a display that says everything on this table is $10. Everything, we have a special on our soaps. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I love when I go to farmers markets and you see them with something that say specials. And they'll say buy one, get one free. And they'll be like $25. But then I'll see you a month later and it's the same special. Special is just a word. But it triggers other people's mind. Okay? That they're getting a deal and it's a special. But you have to know marketing to understand those for catchphrases that catch people. You have to understand that $4.97 is more appealing than $5. Cause they might go, ooh, $5. But if you say $4.97, they're like, oh, it's under $5. I can afford that. It's the same $5. So for a couple of pennies, you gonna risk not having business. But it's a mindset. And it's a mindset that only a select few are blessed to have. And then for the ones that catch on to it, they start doing it. I ain't ever known. Hold on, what? I ain't even know we was over here. Hey, Markel. Well, I mean, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm typically live. I'm saving 3 cents. Exactly. You're definitely saving 3 cents, but in the mindset of a consumer, they're like, it's under $5. They will pay for it. I mean, think about it. I don't know if y'all ever paid attention to Wendy's. Wendy's had their 5 for $5. And before they raised their prices up, did y'all know if y'all got them same 4 items, it was less than $5? I'm just asking. Did anybody else know that? Before they raised their prices, the chicken nuggets, the $1, the value drink. Well, of course it was 4 for $4, but I'm saying now it's like it's $5. It's $5. Like the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger now is $5. Unless it's just that's what it is here, but it's $5. I don't know, Markel. I'm really like trying not to eat fast food, but I will say this because I am familiar with, or at least I was, because I used to work at McDonald's when I was a teenager. What is it? The Big Mac, not the Big Mac. Yeah, Big Mac from McDonald's. The value meal was more buying it as a meal than it was separate. And I remember telling my daddy that because when I was working there, I rung it up. And I was like, wow. But it's triggered in a person's mind to say number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Even if they was to say, oh, it's $6 now. Oh, well, see, I know it went up. I know it went up. I just couldn't remember what the dollar amount was. But, yeah. And then I always try to share with people, if you go to a fast food restaurant and don't get a drink, you save more money. Like I've had people in the drive-thru tell me, man, would you just like to get the value meal? Would you like to get the number 3? But like, no, I don't want the drink. And they like, well, you'll be saving, but you won't. Like, I don't, it's like basic math. And it's so funny to me. Ain't no more dollar menus. It ain't no more dollar menus nowhere, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, come on. The Dollar Tree ain't even $1 no more. That's when you should have known the whole world was gonna change, because the Dollar Tree, it's $1.25, and then they got a whole section in there that's like $5 and more. Cause I bought somebody there that was $7. I'm like, wait a minute, where did I pick this up from? I hate when they try to spend my money for me. Look, Kiki, I be, I have been in situations. I don't know if y'all have, but have y'all ever been to a fast food restaurant or the store and you give somebody cash and then you tell them that you had a change and they can't give you your money back correctly? At that point, I'm not even blaming the school systems. I'm blaming parents. Because I feel before you send your child out into the world, basic math, adding and subtraction should be fluent. If you don't know how to multiply, divide, I almost can be like, you okay to a certain degree. But adding and subtracting should just be fluent. And then I even blame them because half of the people that work at the stores be on their cell phone. So even if you be like, ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Y'all can pull up Facebook and all these other things, but y'all can't pull up the calculator. I have been in the drive-thru where they be on the phone and can't give you your change right. And then they got a calculator right here on the same phone you talking on. And then I have to tell them what my change is. And then they like getting mad at you. And they like trying to give your change. Okay, that's fine. I'm sorry. I be like, ooh, let me just continue to use my card because I don't want to, hurt nobody. Nowhere. Five Below got 30 items. Five Below got 30 items. $30 worth of items now. Right. I saw that. I saw that, and I'm gonna tell you the stuff that they got in there for $30. Well, I seen 25. I'm not. But they had a throw. They had the same throw Target had for less than $20, and they had it for 25. And I'm like, but you can go to Ross all day, every day, and get the same throw, maybe a different color, by a different person, for $10, $15. So you really gotta know where to shop and where to get certain stuff at, because right now everybody trying to get over. Yes, that's a pet peeve of mine when it's just basic math, be eating them alive, right? If you want to intentionally piss somebody off, go to a fast food restaurant or go to a store and pay with cash and have the change. Like Markel said, when my stuff was $10.91 and I gave them 21, and they were looking at me and gave me too much. Look, Markel, I ain't gonna even, baby, to avoid any altercations when it comes down to my money, I am using my credit card and walking away. I have learned to avoid certain issues, have a positive outlook on everything. So, to not argue about money, use your card. To not dispute about stuff in the general public, go where I'm comfortable. That's why I do not go to Walmart. I am not comfortable in Walmart. Yes, I shop in Walmart. I have an online subscription with Walmart, and I shop there, okay? I just shop where they have to bring my stuff to my house because I cannot go into the store. I can't go in the store for multiple reasons. It's not just because it's Walmart. I really have not been into a Walmart where it wasn't weird. Like, Anytime I go to Walmart, it's always a weird experience. It's always a weird experience. I can go with my mama. I can go with my brother. I can go with my child. No matter what. It's just something about Walmart. But I love the value of things that they offer. You know, you can get your stuff there. So I'm not going to even sit there and act like that. Right, to protect myself, credit card is it. Exactly. To protect you, protect them, protect everything. Credit card. And then I like that because for multiple reasons. Like Target. If you pay with a credit card and you don't have your receipt, no problems. They will pull it up with your card that you paid with. That's why I love my red card because I don't have them problems. I love Wally World though. Kiki, I love them too. I get 60% of my stuff from Walmart. Because I'm always buying groceries and buying, you know, stuff, crafty stuff for my daughter from Walmart. Like, honestly, I can get a lot of her basic toddler needs stuff from Walmart faster than I can with Target. Because Target always, you know, cater to like one size. And right now she's in there between 4 and 5. Or if it's shirts and stuff, then I can get, you know, smaller size because the homegirl still wearing 24 months. Okay, let's just be honest. My daughter still wearing 24 and 2T stuff. But because of length and because of who made it, she's wearing like 3T, 4T. Like her jacket that she wear for the winter, I think it's a size 3T. My baby 4. Yeah. So it's just, you know, I do not have nothing against Walmart. It's just, it's a different vibe going in the store. And then I can't never really locate anything. Every Walmart is different. And it's okay because every Target is different. But majority of their stuff is kind of centrally located in every Target. Every Walmart is not like that for me. I mean, I've been to Walmart in 2 Walmarts in Texas, Walmart Mississippi, and now Walmart here in Chicago. And it's just like, I went once and I'm like, nope, never going back. I couldn't find nothing. And I'm not even finna ask nobody because the workers be like, so how can you find your stuff if nobody's willing to help you and they apply for the job? So I just, you know, I overcome those challenges by shopping online. That's how I overcome all of that. And so those are the things that I really just want to touch base on as far as personal development. And, you know, you can take away what I provided, or you can write this stuff down and think about it yourself as far as explaining why it's important to focus on your personal development. Like I said, a lot of us set goals, but they're not realistic goals. So, you know, go back over your goals. We're still just, you know, in the beginning of the year. We're still in January, minus, you know, 1 day, but we're still in January. And going into February, go into your goals. Are you really setting realistic goals? Like, are you really set up where you can save $10,000? Do 2,000. You can always increase what you can put into your savings account. But at least if you surpass your goal, you can accomplish it. But if you put 10,000 and you know that that's not a realistic goal for you, and then come December, you like, man, I ain't never doing another vision board because I ain't even saved $10,000. You're going to, you know, it's discouraging. So go back over those, setting your goals. Find a way to build positive habits. I mean, that's like a huge thing. They have so many books out there that can help you develop how to have a positive habits. Like I said, I love reading. Even if I don't physically read the book, I listen to it because I'm always like, you know, doing something. I do have, not saying that because I have a child and everything else I got going on. It's just easier for me to listen and go, and then write it down, as a note, or take a screenshot and revisit, versus me making time to sit down and read a physical book. But I'm slowly getting back there. As my daughter get older, I am going to get back to reading books, because when my son got to an age where he was helping himself with his own homework, I started back buying books and started back reading physical books. And I'm telling you, it's so therapeutic. I will go ahead and take my shower. It will help me relax my mind. It help me turn my brain off, because now I'm invested into this book. And if you start investing into some positive personal development books, or just some books that can help trigger your mental thoughts on a different level than where you are today, those are just some powerful books. I've shared a few on my lives before, but I'm definitely going to post some books that I absolutely love, and I can refer to them no matter what part of my journey I'm in. I read those books at least once a year, what I'm going to share. And then the next one is self-reflecting. You guys, we have to hold ourselves accountable. That's basically what I did when I took this challenge on. It made me have to circle myself to myself and say, this is what you want. Now what you gonna do to get there? How you gonna get there? Are you mentally ready to get there? Are you mentally ready to get the information to prepare you to get there? Are you physically ready to do the work? Like, when I tell you it's a body experience, being a business owner, it is a body experience. Number one, you can't sell nothing if you don't believe in what you're selling. If I don't believe in what I'm selling, I'm not going to sell nothing. I don't care how cute I look, how makeup can make me look, how made up I look, or how raggedy I look. It's not gonna sell. But so definitely, focus on that self-reflection, and then the continuing education, or continuing to learn. It'd be so funny, because when I was in high school, I was like, man, I can't wait to be grown. Tired of learning. Tired of reading these books. Tired of writing these essays. Guess what? Since I've been an adult, everything has been about reading and writing essays. And I'm not even in college, and I'm still reading, listening, and writing essays. I think I bought more notebooks and pens and pencils in the last 3 years of my life than I ever have. Because I'm like taking notes and trying to keep up with it, and then I'm writing in my journal, trying to see, did I surpass myself last year? Am I still where I was last year? And that's the thing that frightened me, when I realized that I was not moving up from last year. Like, I grew wisdom, physically, financially, on a different, it's a difference when you're going from W-2 income to self-income, or business income. Business that you have to generate, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a difference. Even though you can lose your job at any point when you're working a 9 to 5. It's a difference. So, continue to learn and put yourself in front of situations or opportunities. I ain't gonna say situations. Opportunities is definitely a huge plus. And then, like I said, the last one is overcoming challenges. So, I know, like I said, if you're a human walking on this earth, there are a lot of challenges that you probably had to overcome in your duration of your lifetime. But what are some positive challenges versus the negative challenges of losing a job, losing a boyfriend, losing a girlfriend, or a job situation, or just anything of that nature? Like, what is something positive, like a positive challenge that actually made you put in some heavy brain power to overcome? That's one thing I love about being in the industry that I'm in, it kept my tools sharp as far as problem solving. You will be amazed that a lot of people don't know how to problem solve. But because it was a part of my industry, I learned how to overcome a lot of things just by utilizing how to solve a problem, how to come up with a plan and figure out what the problem is for that particular scenario. But I'm going to tell you something. All that problem solving that I was doing, it's not really helping me figure out why my sales ain't at 10K a month. So that's why I'm working on personal development, and I continue in learning and being in a room with people that can teach me what they utilize that actually got them to the point where they're making these sales. So that's all that I have for y'all tonight. I really appreciate everybody coming on to the live. Thank y'all so very much. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the interaction. If you guys have any questions about anything with your credit, budgeting, any financial, anything business, I do offer a 15-minute free consultation. My information can be found in my About section. It will take you directly to my website. You can schedule your own time for your consultation, or you can give me a call. My number is there. We can schedule it. Whatever is easiest and works for you. I got a question. Markel, like seriously? You got a question? What's your question, Markel? I'm all ears. Or should I say eyes? Because I have to read. What's your question? But I will say, definitely go into my About section, click on the link, fill it out, provide your information, and I will definitely get back to you. We could talk about or go over anything of my expertise to get you where you need to be. Sorry, I had to change my pump out. Okay, Kiki. I appreciate you being here. Look, I totally understand. No, I was just sharing with everybody, the 5 steps that I used or that I wanted to share on the live as far as personal development. If you have any questions about those, then feel free to reach out to me. If you need to have a consult to talk about your business or talk about your personal finance, definitely reach out to me. Before anything, I'm gonna make sure that I picked the right plan for you to help you get to where you have to go and where you need to go. So we can definitely do that, but it would definitely take a phone call. And that's been my hour, you guys. I appreciate y'all so much. Oh, by the way, let me add this. Markel, I can't play with you. No, it's not a breast pump. Really? But I do want to add this. My February schedule events will be canceled. So for those of you that probably have clicked on it to get notifications, you're going to get a notification for February. They are going to be canceled. I have I have a few things scheduled in February. For those of you that don't know, my birthday is in February. My mom's traveling to town in February, and then I also will be traveling in the month of February to the $1 Million Expert Live Challenge. So with that being said, February, my schedule will still be Tuesdays and Thursdays. I am moving to 7 o'clock Central Time just so that I can be more available for my grandfather when it comes down to getting him prepared and ready for bed and stuff, and my daughter as well. So I will be moving to 7 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But the month of February, you probably won't see me. If I do become live, I will try to schedule it on my page as far as notifying everyone on my page maybe an hour or two before I go live, but I do not have a schedule. I am revamping some things because I'm working on a few activities for the challenge, and I gotta, hustle and bustle. Make it happen, Captain. Markel, stroll back up for my question. Okay, what was your question? Getting ready for this baby. Nope, tonight. I'm complete. Hold on. If I completely tackle my credit, how long would it take to rebuild it? So, honestly, that is not a question that I could just throw out a time frame. I will tell you this, depending on what your tactic is and what you decide to do. So, generally, very general comment. If you have credit cards and they're maxed out, if you decide today, tonight, tomorrow that you are going to pay them down 30%, keep in mind I say pay them down 30% or no less than 10%. Your credit is going to change drastically, okay? But you're not going to see that change until the next billing cycle of that credit card. So if you already missed your billing cycle for January and your new billing cycle is February and you pay it off 3 days before that day, you're not going to see any recurring changes until 30 days of that day because it's behind 30 days. So you pay it in February, it's going to report in March. But I just highly recommend don't pay nothing less than 10% or pay up to 30%. Because if you pay it off, then it looks like what you did. You paid it off. Me personally, I recommend people to just pay it down to 30%. And then once you get to a 30%, let it stay there and pay your minimum for a month or two. And then go ahead and pay your credit card off. So hopefully that helped you, Markel. Did they help you? And it's strange because your comment didn't come up on my software, so I wasn't trying to ignore you. But it showed up on my phone. I really, that's another thing that I'm going to be sitting here trying to learn. Like, how is it filtering on the software versus not my, on the phone? So, but Markel, if you want a more visual of what your credit will look like, go to my link and subscribe. Not subscribe. Go to my link and go to the consultation and do a 15-minute call. Then that way you can pull your credit with the tool or the software that I have as far as pulling your credit. You can pull your credit, can run a simulator, and the simulator can tell you exactly, what's going on, if that helps you. But if you just wanted to go off of what to do, then you can practice the 30%, 10% rule. Did they help you, Markel? Are there any more questions? If not, again, I appreciate everybody being here. Y'all have a great night. I appreciate y'all. Bye. Markel say a little. Markel, go to my link and schedule you a time to do a 15-minute consultation, because I can give you more of a, I guess you would say, a picture of what I'm saying if that didn't make sense. And then that way it's one-on-one and I can show you exactly what needs to take place. All right, y'all, I'm out. Bye.